scaredy cats. Welcome to Jump Scare, the weekly show where I bring you guys into the frightening world of horror. I'm your host, Cierra Caballero. Does anybody recall, back in the early 2000s, a huge influx of gore-tastic French films? Well, this influx was dubbed the New French Extremity by Jonathan Romney and James Quant. According to Matt Smith, a film blogger, the era was about the anxieties about our bodies. Films like Irreversible were considered cinema du corps, or cinema of the body. Much like body horror, these films showcased, of course, sex and violence, but the bodies were disrespected, mutilated, tortured, rather than changing or transforming through biological, parasitic, or other means. The characters are aware of their own destruction or violation rather than fearing something unknown. To clarify, we are meant to understand our own humanity. Unlike other body horror, the movement strives not to have us question our humanity, but the extremes of our humanity, and our revulsion or fascination of our own bodies. The New French Extremity on human corporeality, specifically its destruction and violation, and here's Matt Smith and Eric Pluck on this theme. As the French seem intent to prove, it is not our corporeal existence that should be held sacred. Their insistence on showing anything and everything is evidence of this. The body is meant to be examined explicitly and externally to deepen our understanding of our own humanity and what we hope lies in wait for us at the end of it all. So in retrospect, it sets out to prove that our humanity is not founded in our physical bodies, but in that of our souls. It does this by showcasing the body in its most vulnerable and raw state. So in a sense, yes, torture and slasher films are body horror, but in simple terms, it's like torture is, oh no, he has a chainsaw, there goes my arms. Goodbye, arms. And body horror is like, oh god, my arms turned into chainsaws, this is so cool. Chop, chop, chop. And then Evil Dead is, well, lost my arm, gotta replace it with a chainsaw. Screw those primitive screwheads. Besides graphic violence, the movement also dealt with graphic sex, another means of exploring and examining the body, whether it's considered socially acceptable or not. The boundaries are always in question, aka incest or scandalous relationships or even polyamorous relationships. Trust me, read a lot of the details on a lot of the movies that helped shape this genre. The movement explores various perversions from one extreme to another, each one dealing with our fear of the abject, whether it be blood, semen, and everything in between. Some films like Inside from 2007 and Enter the Void from 2009 deal with our own traumatic beginnings in this world. Inside dealing with a woman trying and forcibly, and of course violently, trying to steal a baby from another woman who is pregnant. Showing we are fragile beings and can easily be taken or dead. Enter the Void is a double entendre on vaginal birth. Seriously, read the plotline. They explicitly bring it up. Other films like Irreversible and Trouble Every Day deal with both sex and violence in extreme ways. The movement bears a lot of similarities to the exploitation cinema movement, well, including Mondo, sexploitation of course, of the 1970s in America. Besides their transgressive nature, they also dealt with social and political commentary, much like the film Frontiers. Tim Palmer states the films provide incisive social critiques, portraying contemporary society as isolating, unpredictable, horrific, and threatening. Directors at the forefront of this movement include Alexandre Aja, Xavier Gins, Francois Ozon, Catherine Brilliant, and Gaspar Noé, and many, many others. Jonathan Romney cited that the early predecessors of the movement include Luis Buñuel, also known for Un Chien Andalou. Remember the iconic eye slicing scene? That haunts your dreams, huh? Solosky's Possession, and Michael Haneke, and even Roman Polanski. Many artists inspired this movement, as well as American filmmakers, such as, and especially, David Cronenberg, hence the body horror genre. The new French Extremity helped us analyze our humanity in not just a visceral sense, but also political and social one as well. The movement created a ripple effect that can be seen in today's films, most notably Raw from 2016. If you want a more detailed analysis of the movement and want to know where I got the quotes from, read more on Matt Smith and Eric Plog's analysis on the movement on thesplitscreen.wordpress.com. The movie of the week is Frontiers, directed by Xavier Jins. The film follows a group of young thieves who flee Paris after riots break out due to the election results. They take refuge at an inn incidentally run by neo-Nazis. So it's a very, very bloody, gore-tastic film. Check it out. And if you can guess which character I am, let me know in the comments below. Well, that is it for this spooky and bloody episode of Jump Scare. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite new French Extremity film is. And don't forget to subscribe to PNTV's YouTube channel. And don't forget to ding that bell. For whom the bell tolls, it is for us, right? Okay. But don't forget to subscribe, and we will catch you next time, and stay spooky.